every batch of dark camel meat begins its journey under strict factory control. Before processing, the dark camel meat is carefully inspected. Temperature control is essential before the camel meat enters production. The inspected camel meat now moves into controlled preparation. The production line begins moving the camel meat toward controlled cleaning. Controlled rinsing prepares the camel meat for precise trimming. Careful trimming gives the camel meat its consistent cooking shape. Consistent camel meat portions help achieve even slow cooking.
Each camel meat batch is precisely measured before the next stage.
The camel meat is now ready for its next transformation. The prepared camel meat moves deeper into the controlled production area.
Inside this control room, the camel meat begins its transformation. The dark camel meat is positioned for controlled marination.
A controlled lifting system positions the camel meat above the marination tank. The camel meat enters the vessel where its flavor preparation will begin.
The loaded camel meat is prepared for controlled seasoning.
Measured ingredients are prepared to coat the camel meat evenly. The measured seasoning begins coating the camel meat. Controlled mixing distributes the seasoning across every piece of camel meat.
With the camel meat evenly coated, the next stage can begin. Behind these walls, the camel meat biryani process continues under controlled conditions. Every movement into the camel meat biryani facility is carefully controlled. Hygiene control protects every stage of camel meat biryani production. Inside, the camel meat moves through a carefully connected production system. The camel meat now enters the heart of the industrial process. Operators continuously monitor the conditions surrounding the camel meat. Inside the equipment, controlled movement keeps the camel meat progressing smoothly. The camel meat continues forward without interrupting the production flow. Ahead, the camel meat enters another controlled stage of transformation. The camel meat is now ready for its next major processing stage. The camel meat receives its final, controlled rinse before sorting.
Excess moisture is removed before the camel meat is sorted. Every piece of camel meat is visually checked before moving forward. Uniform camel meat pieces help create consistent cooking results.
The sorted camel meat is now organized for precise portion preparation.
Precise cutting gives the camel meat a consistent size for cooking.
The prepared camel meat now moves toward precision portion control.
Each portion is checked to maintain consistency throughout the batch. The sorted camel meat is ready for the core processing stage. The carefully prepared camel meat is now ready for its main transformation. The prepared camel meat now enters the heart of the cooking process.
A controlled feed keeps the camel meat moving at a steady rate.
The dark camel meat enters a controlled, slow-cooking vessel. Controlled heat slowly develops the texture and flavor of the camel meat. Gentle mechanical movement keeps the camel meat cooking evenly. Continuous temperature monitoring keeps the camel meat within its controlled cooking range.
Time and controlled heat gradually transform the dark camel meat.
The finished camel meat is checked before leaving the cooking vessel. The slow-cooked camel meat now moves toward the final biryani transformation. The slow-cooked camel meat now enters the main biryani transformation line.
The spice levels look correct. Yes, and the temperature is stable.
The cooked camel meat becomes part of the biryani's rich cooking base. Gentle mixing distributes the biryani flavors around the camel meat. Prepared rice now joins the camel meat biryani production flow. The prepared rice forms the next layer over the slow-cooked camel meat. Carefully controlled layers bring the camel meat biryani together. Controlled steam cooking brings the camel meat biryani to its final texture. Time, steam, and controlled heat develop the finished biryani. The finished camel meat biryani now moves toward precision finishing. Automation now brings precision to every portion of camel meat biryani. Machine vision checks the camel meat biryani before portioning.
Each serving receives a carefully controlled amount of camel meat biryani.
Automator filling keeps every camel meat biryani portion consistent. Each container is securely sealed to protect the finished biryani. Every camel meat biryani package receives its production identification. Automated weighing confirms every camel meat biryani package meets its target quantity. The automated line performs one final check before finishing. Automation has transformed the cooked camel meat biryani into a consistent finished product. Every camel meat biryani package is precisely aligned for final finishing. The seal is checked to protect the finished camel meat biryani. Clean package surfaces prepare the camel meat biryani for final presentation. Every label is verified before the camel meat biryani leaves production.
The finished camel meat biryani is organized before final quality inspection.
Controlled cooling stabilizes the finished camel meat biryani. After cooling, the camel meat biryani moves toward its final finishing checks. A final human inspection confirms the finished package. The finished camel meat biryani is now ready for laboratory verification. Now the finished camel meat biryani enters its final quality checks. Before dispatch, every batch of camel meat biryani undergoes final quality control. The finished camel meat biryani is first checked for appearance and packaging integrity. Temperature verification confirms the camel meat biryani has reached the required condition.
A controlled sample allows the finished camel meat biryani to be tested more closely.
Laboratory instruments verify the quality of the finished camel meat biryani.
Microbiological testing adds another layer of protection to the finished product.
The recorded data is compared against the required quality standards. Once verified, the camel meat biryani batch is cleared for final dispatch. The approved camel meat biryani is now cleared for storage and dispatch.
The quality-approved camel meat biryani is ready for its final journey.
The approved camel meat biryani now receives its final shipping protection.
Identical packages are grouped together for secure transportation.
Each carton is sealed and prepared for warehouse handling.
The finished camel meat biryani is now organized for controlled storage. Controlled storage keeps the finished camel meat biryani ready for dispatch.
Every pallet remains traceable from factory floor to final shipment.
The finished camel meat biryani is loaded for controlled delivery. From controlled preparation to dispatch, the camel meat biryani journey is complete. And this is how modern factories produce camel meat biryani from start to finish.